COVID-19, as you're all aware, is being monitored on a regular basis at the highest level. Government of India has been escalating its response to manage the COVID-19 situation as per the evolving situation. In continuation of the ongoing steps taken in this direction, the Committee of Secretaries, chaired by Cabinet Secretary, has analyzed the current situation and gave their recommendation to the group of ministers consisting of Minister for Health, Shipping, Civil Aviation, External Affairs and Home. Group of ministers had reviewed the status of cases in India, the steps taken by the Government of India so far, and have taken the following decisions. In addition to the travel restrictions and advisories already in place, group of ministers have decided that no scheduled international commercial passenger aircraft shall take from any foreign airport for any airport in India after 0001 hours GMT of March 2020, that is midnight falling between 21st and 22nd March. These instructions shall remain in force till 0001 hours GMT of March 29, 2020, which is midnight falling between 28th and 29th March. A maximum travel time of 20 hours is permissible for such commercial passenger aircrafts to land in India. As such, no incoming scheduled international commercial passenger aircraft shall be allowed to disembark its passengers on Indian soil, foreigner or Indian, after 2001 hours GMT of March 2020 or March 22, 2020. It is to highlight that these are temporary measures to restrict the spread of COVID-19 and will be reviewed by government. Further, Government of India has issued a detailed advisory on social distancing measures as a non-pharmaceutical intervention on 16th March 2020. Social distancing primarily implies avoiding, decreasing contact so as to stop or slow down the rate and extent of disease transmission. This has been found to be a useful approach to decrease the morbidity and mortality due to the disease. Government has regularly been requesting Indian nationals on hand and respiratory hygiene, environmental sanitation measures like routine cleaning of frequently used surfaces, minimizing the sharing of objects, and ensuring appropriate ventilation besides social distancing. In continuation of the already issued advisories, Department of Personnel and Training has issued orders to reduce the contact and congestion in government offices. These include allowing Group C and D employees to attend offices on alternate weeks and staggered timings for Group A and B employees. States shall issue instructions for regulating hours in the services except for essential services. Industrial establishments to consider staggered timings and regulation of crowd in market should also be resorted to. States shall issue directions to private sector to consider work from home wherever feasible. All educational institutions, theatres, museums, gyms, exam center, etc. shall be closed temporarily. State shall take necessary action to ensure that all sporting events, competitions and religious gatherings shall be postponed, and it shall be ensured that required social distancing is maintained even in smaller gatherings. With respect to public transport, it is directed that metros, railways, buses and airplanes shall consider decrease in frequency of their services, alternate seating to ensure social distancing. Effective disinfection and crowd management be ensured in places like railway stations, metro stations, bus stands and airports. Railways have issued orders wherein travel concession for senior citizens and all others availing concessional booking except for patients, students and Divyangan category since 000 hours of 20th March, that is today midnight onwards, have been temporarily suspended. Further, in order to protect the most vulnerable of our population, all states shall issue appropriate instructions wherein all citizens above 65 years, except for public representatives, government servants, medical professionals, should be advised to remain at home and avoid gatherings except for medical reasons and need for essential services. Similarly, all children below 10 years of age should be advised to remain at home and avoid going to public parks, picnics, and other games requiring large number of participants. In consultation with medical professionals, detailed advisory is being issued for all health establishments to avoid non-urgent hospitalization and minimize elective surgeries. This is being done to avoid hospital-related infections to the vulnerable and prepare hospitals for meeting challenges posed by COVID-19. Youth and citizens are urged to become volunteers to support government's ongoing efforts in management of COVID-19. Ministry of Pharma and Consumer Affairs to take necessary action against anyone charging exorbitant prices for masks, sanitizers, and other health-related logistic material, and also to facilitate their availability in all hospitals and to people at large. They also directed that people should be sensitized on appropriate use of masks, to be utilized only when needed, and to wash hands with soap. It was emphasized that communities should be aware of all the steps taken by government and to solicit their support in government's efforts for managing COVID-19 disease. Thank you.
Friends, now we can take some questions. This statement will be again issued by the PIB, but in between if there is any question. Okay, my colleague from Civil Aviation Ministry.
Namaskar friends. Just to update you on government's efforts on aviation side, I would like to inform you that yesterday 201 Indians were evacuated from Iran. They included both pilgrims and the students studying there. They were all transferred by Air India flight to Jaisalmer, where they were stationed, they were based in our quarantine, which is an army center there. Another information I would like to share with you is on 21st March, that is Sunday, Air India would be mounting one 787 Dreamliner for Rome to evacuate our students, other travelers or any Indians stranded there. This Dreamliner has a capacity of 236 seats and we are in close touch with our mission there to work out on the remaining modalities so that we can bring back our stranded Indians to our country. This flight would take off on 21st and would return on 22nd morning. Thank you.
Now we can take the questions. 154.
I just want to know, sir, I think involved for testing. Conditions to change those conditions to scale it up. What is the government waiting for? What will make it necessary? How big or wide or deep does it have to get for those conditions to be changed?
See, yesterday also, already I think details were given and continuously we were briefing. There is a particular set definition how and when sample has to be taken. It is important to understand that we should not just take sample because we feel comfortable. The incubation period of the virus could be from 2 to 14 days. So if I just get tested today and tomorrow I am in touch with such other people or I am asymptomatic today, I can still be tested positive tomorrow. So that is why testing probably will not serve the purpose. Experts have sat together, public health specialists have sat together, and based on that they have come up with this thought process, this clear defined guidelines based on which you should have a travel history and you should have a contact with such travel history and you are symptomatic, then the sample should be taken. Similarly, if you have a contact history with a person who is positive and you are falling within that criteria in terms of primary contact and you are showing symptoms, then only the sample should be taken.